Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Bit of a different setup today because I'm starting the stream out by doing the D&D planning for tonight's session. So, I figured I'd kind of show you how I plan for game. Hold on one second. I forgot to bring up Discord, and I have a feeling that will be important at some point. So, as a precaution, I just thought I would bring it up. Okay, now that that's up and raring to go, I can start planning. So, I already have, trying to figure out the best way to do this so you guys can still see everything, but you can also see me a little better than usual. So I already have my one-pager, which is in D&D terms kind of like my personal favorite method of planning, which is you kind of write down things that could happen, but make sure you keep it to a page so you're not married to anything. This is a method that Chris Perkins, one of their lead designers, uses whenever he's planning campaigns. Sessions in particular. You always have campaign notes in your head that you can pull out whenever you need them. But this is the way I plan sessions, just to keep my sanity, because if you plan too much, then you're married to it and it's hard to... Hold on, I just realized I left my lamp off again. There we go. And if you get married to an idea, it's harder to improv off of stuff. So, for instance, the players currently are going through, let's switch over to this. Players, you fucked with the military. I know my players very well. I'm setting up an encounter where they fucked up. Excuse me. My players currently are so we're running through the world of Atharis, which is a pre-made world by the people who made Grimhollow. It's a campaign guide, a player's guide. They've got a monster manual coming out soon that I'm really, really excited for. But I am playing... I am world building off of it. So they have just left the city of Malkovia in Revo, one of the sections of the world in the Astoyan Empire, which is under permanent darkness as a result of some horrible, horrible magics that happened hundreds of years ago. Now, the reason they're leaving the city and heading north is one of the 4 artifacts of the Burak Empire's line, their lineage, 4 artifacts that were blessed by the gods, is in the northern region of this country. So they're heading north, and as they were leaving the city, they were like, hey, be careful on the undead plains. It's pretty nasty out there. And all of my players were like, what? And I was like, and that's where we're ending the session. And they were all like, fuck. But they also, they are also aware that there is a fort north of the city that is doing military exercises, training to make sure that everyone is ready for an undead assault on the city. And that fort and those exercises are being taken care of by Halrip Freefoot, a military wizard with the Warcaster feat. And like, I just went in and kind of made an interesting character. You don't necessarily have to give him stats. Because if they're an NPC, you don't really need to have them have stats, but if your players decide to fight them, like mine might, it's always nice to have something like this ready in the background so you can throw something at them without having to search through the book. Now this is where I over prepare. When it comes to encounters, I over prepare. I will probably have 2 or 3 encounters planned for the Undead Plains. I'll have 1 planned for the fort, and then I will have 1 plan, probably 2 or 3 planned for the Tomb of the Kings, which is a little further north than the fort. Now, if they ignore the Tomb of the Kings, which they totally can, I will also have prepared some encounters for the Cleansed Garden, which is where they're going to be finding this artifact. Now, of course, there's going to be travel in between, so you always want to have at least maybe 1 or 2. This is still my opinion. At least 1 or 2 encounters planned for like random encounters while they travel. I don't really love random encounters while you travel because I feel like it kind of detracts from the story. It's just like a long stretch. You're walking and then you get in a fight and you continue walking. And my players are more. I have a couple who are very, very story centric, but all of them love combat. So I try and make sure that like if we're gonna do combat, we're gonna make sure it's weaved in a fun and interesting way, not just like stopping, fighting, continuing. Which is why I usually try and put hamlets and like little towns where people can hop in, hop out, like something's threatening the town, we need help, that kind of thing. I use those a lot when I didn't have time to prepare a lot. That's facts. Every DM will tell you that if you don't know what you're about to do, throw them into a combat so you can figure it out during combat. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for this session. And so, for instance, right now they're traveling through the Undead Plains, and because there is a military action outside of, or exercise outside of the city, the players are being escorted by a pair of mounted knights toward the fort. After the fort, they won't have an escort anymore because Hall Rep was like, hey, like, you two should be in training. Why the fuck are you escorting people? Get back to work. And the rest of their journey is going to be uneventful. Essentially, it's just 6 hours of nervous tension that I decided to add to the travel because my players aren't all good. We've got a couple neutrals and an evil in there, so like, just like to build the tension a little bit. So they're going to be traveling through. There's probably going to be 1 encounter. Probably 1 little combat encounter. It's probably not going to be much. It's probably going to be simple, kind of to warm everybody up to combat again, because we've been off for a couple weeks because last week was a wedding, and we missed a couple of we had a couple of players missing the week before, so just kind of warming everybody back up, making sure everybody's familiar with all of their abilities, etc., etc. And then they're going to arrive at Fort Last Step, where the concentration of undead is a little bit higher because they sense the living inside the fort. So think, which zombie movie is that? The one where like the zombies are literally piling themselves up against a wall to make a ramp so they can fall into the city. Not quite to that degree, but pretty close. And outside of the fort are going to be like mounted kill squads who are literally just like mowing these things down, and they get replaced like every hour to make sure that they're able to maintain this constant work ethic. Once they're let in, they will run into Hall Rep Freefoot, who's I'm imagining, so they are a wizard, but they're a warrior wizard. They're a war wizard. And so despite being probably a little wiry, they are pretty, like, fucking no-nonsense. So I specifically wrote, give them the attitude of, why are there civilians in my fort? And, like, that's a great way to characterize an NPC, is, like, give one sentence to kind of describe the overarching personality, and from there you can build and get creative and do weird stuff with it. I'll let them do whatever they want in the fort. I didn't write anything down. The only thing I'm really prepping for the fort, because like, I kind of thrive on the seat of my pants when it comes to DMing. The only I never announced the stream. Hold on a second. I'm gonna announce the stream really quick, because your boy John is dumb sometimes and forgot to announce the stream. Okay, hold on. Something different? Ellipses. Well, kinda. D&D Planning, followed by Final Fantasy XIV! Exclamation points. Get in here! Exclamation points. Shift enter, Control V. Copy that entire thing so I can just run through my Discords where I announce stuff. Control V, enter. Control, that's Alt. Control V, enter. Control V, enter. Oh yeah, and I should probably do it. I'm gonna do this really quick. I'm still here, by the way. I'm just, like, going to Facebook and Twitter, and I'd rather you not see my Facebook and Twitters, because both of them are business pages, so it's not like it's fun anyway. So Control V, post, and Twitter. Control V, post. Okay, now that that's done, we can get back to what we were actually talking about. All right, we're back, boys. We're back. So, oh, that's one of the items they might find. Where was I? Oh yeah, I like to kind of keep things pretty open-ended. That being said, I also know my players, which is why this is a thing. I have a feeling they're going to fuck up somehow, and as a result, I'm going to have to smack them around a little bit, which is fine. In fact, it's fun. After that, they're going to be heading north, where the tomb of the Kings is. The official name of the dungeon is Tomb of King Elandrius. And just everyone's forgotten the name of the king that was buried there. It's been so long. It's going to be a partially ruined city, but essentially the only structure that's really left standing is the tomb. I need to map that out, but I'm planning on pulling, like, a pre-made map from the internet and just using that as the base. The only real incentive to going down there is the magical items that are hidden throughout. And I am a big proponent of giving magic items early, because then you get to throw bigger and badder things at your party and make it fun in an interesting way. So for instance, all of my characters have a weapon that is in some way magical. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a +1. It could be fucking weird shit. Who knows? And as a result, we can play around with scarier enemies. We can play around with more interesting concepts. We can just do weird, silly stuff. Manual of Golems is going to be the hardest one to find. And I specifically want it to be very rare, very rare, very rare, very rare. So all of them are very rare. I'm thinking of making it a stone golem just because I like the idea of them trying to make a stone golem. But that right there. That right there. Now. There must be a spellcaster with at least 2 5th level spell slots. So this is going to be an item they're going to have in their inventory for a really long time, but probably won't be able to use. And I will occasionally remind them of. That's the fun part about giving like magical items that can't be used yet, is you can always like kind of tease them with it, and then toward the end of the game, they'll be like, "Oh my god, I'd forgotten about that." So yeah, let me really quick, because I hadn't finished writing down. So there's also going to be a hat of vermin and a manual of stone golems. And like the rest of them are just kind of fun. So like there's the Alchemy Jug. Everybody loves the Alchemy Jug. You can say a certain kind of liquid and it will fill up with that liquid. Acid 8 ounces, basic poison 1/2 ounce, beer 4 gallons, honey 1 gallon, mayonnaise 2 gallons. Like it just the list goes on, and it's just a fun item. I'm also giving them access to an uncommon barrier tattoo, which will give somebody the AC of 12 plus their dex modifier. I'm leaving it up to them to who they give it to. Boots of striding and springing. Your walking speed becomes 30 feet unless your walking speed is higher, and your speed isn't reduced if you're encumbered or wearing armor. So essentially it's a buff for any of the slower party members, which we do have one party member who's a little slower. And you can jump 3 times the normal distance, which would be great for any character who has a low strength, but I'm not going to tell them all of this. It's experimental. You got to like learn how to use things. Hat of Vermin allows you to summon a bat, a frog, or a rat. This is for one character. Like I know who's going to take this one, and unabashedly, this is the reason this item is in this list is because of that character. And then the Manual of Stone Golems, which also we have 2 players who would be able to... Well, actually, technically we have 3 players who would be able to do this. We have a Warlock. That being said, they probably won't have access to this for another 5-6 levels. By the way, speaking of leveling, I do use the milestone system. So whenever they do like a big... Is there a dark mode for this fucking site? Doesn't look like there is. Let's see. Rainbow Man. Oh, that's not even on the screen. So where was I? Forgot what I was saying. But yeah, ultimately, like the whole point of all of this is to like this whole dungeon is to incentivize my players to explore more. They are very the first couple sessions were very like, oh, we're in this town, this is the only place we're going to be. And then the last couple sessions were, oh, we have to find these artifacts, let's make a beeline to these artifacts. This dungeon that I'm using, this Tomb of the Kings, is literally to encourage them to explore. Like, walk around, listen to rumors, see if you can find something interesting. Because no matter what, I have players who are going to steamroll the content. I have 2 players in particular who I'm thinking of who tend to like steamroll content. And then I have one player who's really into just like sightseeing, and then 2 players who are kind of in the middle. Now, the steamrollers tend to kind of push the party. I'm hoping this encourages my my like middle laners and my like sightseer to really be like, oh, but there's a thing over there. We should check that thing out. So yeah, that's what that is. And now, and then they'll reach, and if they skip the tomb, they'll immediately get to the cleansed garden. Which I'm still kind of developing, but that's the nice thing is like I have all of the like main body of notes. I have the NPCs they'll meet there. I'll have like the environment that it's like. I have a bunch of other stuff, but I haven't really developed like, is there a place to stay? But it's like a mythical location, so I'm kind of thinking I'm erring on the side of it's just like completely natural. Which also gives me a lot of room to kind of play around and do weird shit with it. But for encounters, I decided today to build the encounters with you guys. So just like from scratch, we're building the encounters. So you fucked with the military. This is going to be a fort encounter. Always label your stuff for where it's going to be in the session, too. And we're gonna go with... Where's humanoid? It's gonna be mostly humanoid. It's gonna be urban setting. And the problem we're running into is... Why do I have constructs in here? Oh, did I not actually click humanoid? Oh, there we go. Okay, so for instance, one of the monsters is going to be an Archmage. This is not a fight they're supposed to win. This is a fight they're supposed to run from. So one of the characters is going to be an Archmage. We're also going to have we're also going to let's see. What do we want? We want kind of like an upgraded guard because they're... Oh, well, there's knight. There's a... Hold on. There should be a knight. Yes. So we're going to add a couple of those. And then to round everything out, we're going to add 2 mages. Now, this fight is not supposed to be won at their level. It's just fact. They're supposed to run away from this one. Now, if they get into a small skirmish, with these guys, we'll call this small skirmish fort encounter. It'll be more manageable. So for instance, let's go. It'll have 1 mage and 2 apprentice knights. So I will alter this this stat block on my sheet. Actually, you know what? We'll do 3, and this will be if they encounter like a full strength patrol. So we'll call this a patrol skirmish. And then we'll call this one apprentice skirmish fort encounter. Save. Oops. I actually need to put stuff in it. So let's see if there's a squire. There isn't a squire. Let's go apprentice. Okay, so here we go. We'll throw in 3 apprentice wizards. And additionally, we will throw in 6 guards. And the idea is that this is an encounter they're supposed to win. Knowing my players, in like the items I've given them makes the challenge rating a little wonky. I truly believe that if they try, they should be able to at least beat the patrol encounter. That they should be able to do without too much trouble. Well, that's not true. They'll have trouble with it, but you know. Okay, so undead planes toward fort. This one, they are going to get assistance from guards on the road. So, for fun, we're going to throw something big. Because they're going to have assistance. So we're going to throw something fun at them. Zombie. Here we go. There we go. Now, they should be able to beat this without too much trouble, actually. So we'll have that in, and we'll say the guards are busy taking care of a horde of zombies. So they'll take care of the zombie clot. And let's see. Do I want to use some? I mean, I could use a frost giant zombie, but I don't think I will. I think that's a little overkill even for me. Zombie clot. See if there's any other interested ones. No, not really. Yeah, we'll go with the zombie clot. Yeah, we'll go with the zombie clot. So that'll be as they're heading toward the fort. And then as they're heading away from the fort, we'll go on undead planes away from fort. Oh wait. That's supposed to be away from fort. And this is going to be pretty much more traditional. So let's it's an area where undead literally rise from the ground, so we're going to stick with the undead theme. Let's go with let's start here. Let's do Husk. Hello? There we go. Husk Zombies. So we'll do an encounter with 3 of those, and then oh my gosh, I love when this website fucks up. It's really funny. It's really funny. It's really funny. Let's save it, and then we'll go back in and edit it. And just for kind of the flavor of something different, we'll go with, I have to get to the very bottom. Oh my god. There's a lot more undead than I thought there were. And we'll go with a single zombie plague spreader. They should be able to beat that without too much trouble. There are 5 of them. They'll stomp it with turn economy. Out of curiosity, I don't think I've ever actually read this. Stat block. Oh yeah, they'll be fine. They've got a solid cleric on their team, so they should be 100% okay. Hey, dropping some frames there, bud. You okay? My kbps dropped like precipitously for a second. Okay. So there's one. Now we're gonna hit save, and we're going to straight up copy this. And we're gonna paste, and we're gonna go 2. And with this one, we're gonna go with ghouls. Ghouls. We're gonna do 3, not 4, 3. And then we're gonna come back up here, and we're gonna go ghast. And there's going to be 1 ghast. And that's our second potential. And then our third potential is going to be number 3. Let's do this. Let's just reset that because it's a little annoying. So we've done zombies, we've done ghouls and gas. We should do skelly boys. We should do some kind of skelly boy. That would be fun. So let's go with a deathlock. Yeah, let's throw a lich at him. No. Nosferatu, priest, skelly boys. Where's my skelly boys? Alright, here we go. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Instead of the deathlock, let's go with a skeletal juggernaut. And, ooh, I'm gonna have to buy that one. That's fine. And maybe, like... No, we'll just go with just the skeletal juggernaut. And I'm gonna have to go buy that really quick, which is fine. In fact, let's go on break for a second. And I'm just gonna hop in here really quick. Monsters, add to cart. Go back up to cart. Purchase for myself. Proceed to checkout. All of that's right. We're gonna go there. Oh, boop a doop boo doo doop a doop doop a doop a doop a doop a doop 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 doop. Okay, hold on. There it goes. Okay, so let's refresh this page and we back, boys. What's up? So out of curiosity, oh, Dookie Buns, that didn't save. Well, that's okay, because honestly, I can do this. 3, and then we'll go skeletal juggernaut, baby. There it is. This is a fun monster. And that will be for the third encounter. And that way I can kind of roll to see which one shows up and which one doesn't. And now we need to plan for the Tomb of the Kings. So let's go Wandering Encounter. And these are literally just going to be like like 5 skeletons. And these are going to be like potential ongoing ones. Oops, hold on. Let's go back. Wandering Encounter, edit, Tomb of the Kings. And we're gonna let's make. No, we're gonna save those as skeletons because they've been down there for so long they've become skeletons. That's gonna be all they are. And then let's do like room encounters. And I'm just gonna load this one up with stuff so I can just pick and choose. So let's go mummy. We're gonna add. I don't actually have that one, so let's not do that. We're gonna go zombie. We want to do some stuff that's like a little harder. So let's imagine that like a beholder made its lair here and then died. Let's do an ogre. Let's do a couple ogre zombies. So like all of these will probably be their own encounters. Let's add that, and let's go to skeleton. Maybe a minotaur skeleton with the mummy, or like, and like the whole point of this setup is that I can mix and match. I can literally like throw a couple of things together, mix them and match them, make something interesting. And let's go Banshee. We'll do one Banshee, and we'll do one Ghost. Yeah, we'll go with that. So now I can like be like, oh, there's a ghost in here and there's a handful of zombies, or there's a banshee in here and there's a minotaur skeleton, or there's 2 ogre zombies or 3 ogre zombies and a couple of zombie, like regular husk zombies. There's a beholder zombie in here, like, and I think the beholder zombie is going to be on him own. So that's all mixing and matching, and then final encounter tomb is going to be a mummy lord. And hold on, let me just take a look. Now, I'm going to take away some of these effects considering their level status. And by take away some of these effects, I mean like some of the higher damage dealing stuff. So like, is it going to have all the way up to level 6 spells? No, it's probably going to have up to level 3. Is it going to have Rotting Fist? Yes, but its attack to hit is going to be a +4, and its damage is going to be an 8, plus maybe 6. Yeah, so like that, and like that's the trick ultimately, is if you're playing with characters who have lower HP, you just fucking tweak the encounter to fit. I just like using big monsters because they're more fun. I need to edit this name to tomb. And then we'll go back. And so now I have a whole bunch of stuff that is just ready to go. This... What the... Why is this easy? Oh, wait, no, it's because it's the... Never mind. Okay. So now I just have a bunch of stuff that I can rip and pull and use whenever I need to. Which is great. And actually, I should make one more. And we're going to call it Cleansed Garden Encounter. And the trick with the Cleansed Garden is if you draw a weapon, you take radiant damage. So there aren't going to be many encounters in there, but there is going to be one, and there are going to be 3 dryads. And if you decide to fuck with the area, they will attack. And it's like, it's not like it's a hard encounter, but like, it'll be the only one. Because it's basically sanctified ground. Any trouble caused on it will cause trouble to other people. So yeah, that's kind of, we went a little longer in this section than I thought we would. That is kind of the way I generally set stuff up. I've got pretty much everything I need. I am going to take a quick, 5-minute tops break, get some water, change over to Final Fantasy, and we'll get started with the other half of the stream. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Sorry about the wait on that. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, in Final Fantasy XIV. Okay. So, I wanted to make sure you guys had something to listen to while I was going to the bathroom, putting all my D&D stuff away. Getting some more of these because I know I'm going to run through them. Okay. Hey, little heart's fun. So, you might notice, I may have, you know, did the thing. I may have, spent a little time getting that taken care of. Oh, that was Cattywampus. Oh, I missed him. That's okay. So, like I said last time, I think we should do the rest of this raid. But after the raid, I'm probably going to get back into the main story. Just because, like, honestly, there's no reason not to. We might as well get on it. Let's go with the Mana Cutter. It's been a while since I used that one. I like how it looks. It's very cute. So yeah, we're gonna knock out this raid, and I'm gonna try and stream Fridays through Mondays. That is what that is kind of the schedule I'm trying to set for myself. So you will still be able to see me probably tomorrow as well. Probably do an MSQ as well. And let me know if you liked the D&D stuff. Well, I'm gonna leave. But yeah, let me know if you like the D&D stuff. I think that's gonna be a part of my, like, Sunday game from now on. And if you're wondering why I'm streaming so much earlier today, it's because I have D&D late at night. So, at 8 is when our game starts. So I try and get everything done before then. Okay, so the Cuff of the Father. And this is another 8-player raid. So let's come back over here and /sit. Wait and see if anything happens. And if it takes too long, we'll probably jump into something else. Because I don't want to keep you guys, like, bored. I love that you can do that. Aw, yeah, hard to find. I wonder if while we wait, he'll do his little shield thingy. I love him. I have a bunch of minions that I just don't use, because I think they're kind of distracting, at least to me. I tend to start looking at them more than I look at anything else, but like you have Sid, you got Alphino, you have Archivon, you have Teeny Tiny Midgard Sormer. Oh my god, I hate the tears. Why are there tears? You've got an airship, you have the Puff of Darkness, Pororogo, you have a Wide-Eyed Fawn, Little Dust Bunny, who's cute, Buffalo Calf, Fledgling Dodo, and the Goo Goo Sprout. There's like a bunch of fun little cutie things, but like, doesn't need to be crazy. If this takes too long, by the way, I am going to jump directly into MSQ, and then maybe later we can try doing the raid again. I like it when the brain has to reset. It's always a good time. Always a good time. I keep thinking I'm hearing, like, footsteps, but I think it's just, like, grass. Hey, Harchifon. Yeah. I love his little, like... I'm hoping he'll do his little shield dance. We're gonna give it until 5 minutes, and if it takes any longer than that, I'm gonna jump out and we'll do something else. Let's also let's see. Let's see who's online. Oh shit, we actually have a lot of people who are online. We got me, we got Tim Hartens, we got Caddy Wampus, we have the younger Tagoro. Vivi Fluorite, who is either a brand new player or like leveling up another class. We have Brown Monday. Katya Winter, who is a very high level. Dude Huge. Nice. So we've got a bunch of people online who I might be able to call in to help. We got 86, who's a level 60 Dragoon, so I'd definitely be able to call him in to help. Afro's in another world and Miss is in another world. Ghost Reaver isn't high enough. Well, I mean, granted, they're currently a minor, so who knows. Naicha is close, but no Cigar. They're also waiting in the Duty Finder. Nini's in another world. Miteki Fushi. Looks like that's everybody who's online. But yeah, there's probably people I could... any applicants? No. Members. Status. I'm a trusted comrade. Aww. Stop it. Oh, okay. Ugh. Nice, Harchfond. I got upgraded from member to trusted comrade. That's cool. Wonder when that happened. I also wonder if Nini just did it because I've been in the FC for a while. Alright, here we go. Full party. Okay, so our other tank has already established they're the main. Yes. Next stop. Oh, we're going up here. Full raids are kind of scary because of the amount of movement. So like, full raids, in my opinion, are the fastest, or full party like duties like this are, in my opinion, the fastest. Like, they're insane, the amount of speed that goes into them. Like, we're already done with that encounter. And we're already halfway done with the encounter as a whole. Alright, boss 1. I think there's two more. At least it seems like there are 2 more. What is this music? They started the fight literally without me. Okay, so that was... Well, that's probably not good. There they go. Okay, that was it. Okay. Alright. I have no idea what just happened.
Uplander is amazing. Uplander is stronger than 10 gobbies.
Hey, Sid came. Ah, there you are, old friend. I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever see you again. Biggs's account left something to be desired, so I thought I'd see the interior with my own eyes. Treasure hunter through and through. Tell me, what exactly do you hope to find here? Ever heard of the Enigma Codex? It's a book of ideas written some 100 years past, the life's work of one of the greatest technologists ever to draw breath. Within its pages are found myriad wonders, from designs for machina that could operate ceaselessly for centuries to novel ways of culturing cheese. Even a fragment of the book could bring a king's ransom. But most remarkable of all are the plans for a walking citadel. It was to be a beacon of logic and reason for all the world. A walking citadel? 7 hells, we're standing in it, aren't we? The Illuminati's primal took its form from that idea, but I sense that none of this is news to you. You've read it then, this Enigma Codex. The design catered for every needful thing, from warm beds to crops of grain. Its occupants would never have to leave, and all in a fortress on feet, impenetrable and ready to move at a moment's notice. The citadel was meant to bear the most brilliant scholars and artificers of this age to all 4 corners of the world, that they might set about unraveling the mysteries of creation. And this utopia, this shining seat of erudition, was to be called Alexander. If Roundrocks lived in Walking Castle, Roundrocks could collect treasure from everywhere. Indeed you could, little one. And anything you found, be it junk, forgotten teachings, or lost secrets, would be yours for the taking. And what exactly would the Illuminati do with all this knowledge? They would use it to take control, most likely. Create a world ruled by the few chosen scholars. Unless I'm mistaken, that's why the Illuminati exists. Bloody fanatics. Take a perfectly good idea and make it an object of faith. What could possibly go wrong? I can well imagine how people who could have spent decades carrying their homes on their backs might crave a home they could carry them. How such a place could seem like a utopia. But we're not talking about a machine here. We're talking about a primal, and primals will be the death of us all. I trust you'll be ready when things come to a head, Umbra. Utopia is happy place. Where there is junk aplenty, Roundrocks is happy. Where is very happy place for Mide? Wherever he is. Cryptic. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. We've got ourselves a problem, Umbra, but don't worry, the Chief has a plan. Speaking of whom, Chief, over here.
All presented correct, I see. Good. Something has been nagging at me for a while, Umbra, and I've finally realized what it is. It concerns the communications wedge intercepted. So we know that the Illuminati have managed to establish a base inside the Colossus, meaning they must also have found a way to pierce the magic barrier. Assuming that's the case, what need have they to use the only hatch which the barrier doesn't protect? And why go to the trouble of sending coded messages on how to unlock it? The answers? Spies. I believe the Illuminati have an agent outside the Colossus, most likely in Idleshire itself, who is using the hatch as a backdoor. Now, this agent will know we've broken their code and that the hatch is constantly watched, so he won't have been able to use it for some time. As such, he'll doubtless be desperate to reestablish contact with the inside. And that's why I've cleared the area around the giant's hand. All we need to do now is watch and wait, and follow whoever makes a dash for the hatch.
Chief, link per call from Red Bricks. He says Brayflux went inside, but she can't be... No, it must be an impersonator. Chief, whomever you met earlier was a spy. Quick! You've got to get after her.
All right. Here we go. Excuse me. I can now do the arm of the father. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna pull up Alexander quests. Final Fantasy 14. Just curious how many there are. So which one was this? This was Tinker, Sinker, Soldier, Spy. Oh my god. There are a lot left. And a lot of them are just raids. That's gonna be kind of annoying. Use the duty finder, alright. Yeah, this is another 8-man. I don't know if we're gonna do all of them today. I may do a couple more, but it seems like a lot of waiting for very short missions, if you know what I mean. And again, if this takes more than 5 minutes, we're calling it and we're moving on to the main story quests again. Oh, there he goes. Does his little shield dance. Love that boy. He's a good boy. See ya, flying car. Yeah. We're gonna give it another 3.5 minutes. Alright, let's see. My tiny little Alfino. Little handsome bean. Hey, this guy's back. Alright, we've got just a little less than 2 minutes. And if, or no, we've just got over a minute. Apparently I can't read. And yeah, if we don't see any, change, if we don't get it going in about a minute, I'm probably gonna call it, move on to something a little more interesting. We're just gonna watch that guy go. There he goes. Bye, mister. Hanging out on the cliff. Still see him. Alright, 30 seconds. All right. We'll keep it up. And we can do it again. Unable to teleport at this time. Oh, because I was sitting. Alright. So to the main story quest we go. So if I remember right, last time we came out here to help Lucia with the, I think it's Lucia, with the prep. I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it by the Fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Okay, so yeah, we're ultimately here waiting for the next, the speech that Emmerich is going to give. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand, we've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragonfire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past than in the past, so hearing that we're close to reconciliation comes as a great relief. Your outfit is fabulous. Look at that fab. Augmented Ironworks, Crimson Celestial, Even Star. Nice. You look fly as fuck. Oh, Guildmaster dropped the fashion report of the week. I'm glad to see that the rumors were true. Well met, Mistress Umbra, and fear not, I have no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may pass directly over their encampment. Last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. Great. So I'm gonna have to go stop that. Artwarel? How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. And here I am laboring to make it so. Lord Artoriel, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury, take me! They would defy Sir Emmerich's commands. If they dare attack Vidofnir. It will not come to that. But to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They would be far more reluctant to oppose us were a Lord of House Fortolme present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Emenelian while I am away? As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. We're gonna get a call that they need help. I can feel it in my bones. They're gonna be like, we need help. I'm so... Sir. I bow to you. I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl. Guarding this tavern, as it were. Oh, I see now. Artwarel thought I might be a derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But, since you are here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves. Oh no. Yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not cull the roaming packs. Your map, if I may. Right there. Those are the points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old girl. Come, honor it. I must return to my rounds.
Oh dear. Do be careful, my lady.
I'm not sure if that character is female or male. Or non-binary, who knows? That'd be really cool if they were. Alright. I'm in my little fly boat. Noom. Alrighty then. Where on my map were those points? Right over here, and one right over there. Alright. Turn on grit. Whoa! so let's take out these boys. There's that. No more summoned. Grab this one. Looking for trouble. Now, gentlemen, do we really need Havs do this? We're just gonna knock this guy down. There we go. Now we gotta go back to Amanelane. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that name. My cute little ship. So cute. Umbra Vieris, Wolf's Bane, it pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds and that all is well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made that arsonist confess. Clever that. Thancred, was it? He was asking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. Of course. Off we go! Noom. Alright, here we go. Okay, so it looks like I basically have the angle perfect. I might be sailing a little to the left, but it's if not, it's pretty damn fucking close. Oh, we're gonna hit right in the middle. Boop. Hey, Thancred. Fancy meeting you here, Umbra. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest, then, and see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us. Yeah, we're doing his work for him. That's what's going on. Like, it's pretty fucking clear. He got passed over for the Lord, for the title of Lord Fortom, and now he's being a lazy butthurt piece of shit about it. Alright. We continue on. Miss Thancred. And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms, reunited at last. By your selfless sacrifice, have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is not left to do but to enjoy our well-earned respite. Sure. Seems rather pleased with himself. Oh, and this should of course go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Artorial wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Umbra. I'll join you anon. And, Ooh, cutscene. Voiced cutscene? Maybe?
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
Ow. Apologies for the loud popping noise. My wrist needed a good...
Annette. Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks. Afraid food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
Uh-oh.
You were right, my friend. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest?
We got poisoned.
I say you're dead.
Yep. I had a feeling.
Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
The second I read the like, my husband died to the dragons, I was like,
This was
fuck.
never your fight.
Shit.
My son. They told me he walks in Alone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Me the same.
bullshit.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse.
Yeah. So this is another resistance garbage movement.
Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. He was my future, my flesh and blood, my heart.
Okay, this might just be me personally, but I can't empathize at all with the characters who are refusing peace here.
We're the only ones with the courage to oppose
Granted,
this
I have all the
madness.
information, so there's
Cowards, a lot of 'em.
that.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
Yeah, I can't empathize with that.
All this nonsense about kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
Yeah. No, I have no
What
empathy
can
for
we
these
do?
characters.
They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
That's not how this shit works. Like, this is one of those instances where, like, all of the characters involved are wrong.
I will not let that happen.
Like, all the characters trying to set this up are wrong. Like,
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
so I would like to remind you that the dragons are basically immortal. They remember everything.
This is no time for napping.
And one dragon can kill an army. And they're like, we're gonna continue fighting them when you could broker peace.
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Got it, Thancred. I had a feeling when I woke up bad things would be happening. Do I gotta kill some citizens as a result of them being too stupid to realize that what they're doing is...
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Travarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter.
How do you know? Where is the evidence?
Remember,
Where is your proof?
Husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy.
And now we can't kill her because she'd be a martyr.
Does not your heart cry out for vengeance?
This is what ignorance
Your blood
creates.
boil at the injustice. Remember the face of your enemy.
This is a
brothers
combination
and
of
sisters.
indolent
Remember
rage
it,
and
strike
ignorant opinions.
back.
Like, legitimate.
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her! Yes, my lord.
And that just made it worse.
See? See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward. This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold
You're wrong. You're just wrong.
I spit on your choices, nobleman! You will take no more from me! No more!
And now
no
she's gonna
more!
leap off the edge. Or she's gonna get shot again, alright. And you've just created a martyr.
What have you done?
I only did as you ordered, my lord.
And now we have... So...
I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Great. I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the first commander and Lord Artoirel are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with a messenger who said that they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Emmanuelaine has returned to the barracks and is refusing to speak with anyone. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. This is literally like, God, I hate storylines like this. Because, and granted, it's because I have all the information and these people don't, and it's literally a, it's literally a fault of ignorance. My wife and I fell after fleeing with the others at first. The chirurgeons tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? Great. So now he's like, oh crap, the fucking highborns are bad, yay. Ah, fuck. How are you? I'd heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile would thought it would be a good idea to let him have run of Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Emmerich take their bloody change and shove it up their ass, says blah, 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 blah. You're a fucking idiot, too. Like, I know this is, like, decent world building because, like, the lowborn believe they're, like, actually believe they're being fucked over because the highborn have decided to work with the Dravanians, and they still believe that the Dravanians are going to be trying to kill everybody, and, like, this is all, like, that's all well and good world building. The problem is, when you have one fanatic who can instantly change the entire course of an event, or a belief system, then it becomes unbelievable, at least to me. Granted, then America's, never mind. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough, that their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. Hey, Puff of Darkness, just because you're cluttering my screen, I'm gonna dismiss you. Okay. So now I need to come over here. Like, and I don't want to call it lazy story writing, because it's not lazy, but it's definitely like, event makes everyone mad, and therefore things happen. Like, I think you could have done it either more subtly, or heck, you could have had her attack one of the lords instead of, I don't know. Well, what say you? So, the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester. one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? That's not a good excuse, in my opinion. Ooh, hello. Lord Artorel and the Lord First Commander should have returned by now. To the tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emelian, and I somehow doubt that he has moved in Ilm since we last saw him. Okay, so now we gotta come over here. Let's just make this as fast as possible. Yeah, and I know it probably sounds a little disingenuous, but like these, I'm just not a fan of this kind of story. My apologies, Umbra. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we do now? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Emelian ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least. The chirurgeons are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villagers spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. I can't read. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, theirs has been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protest, the people have seemed disillusioned. You spoke with them, then? I see. Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It would be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we've come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before and will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Umbra, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Emelian. You're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Honorit. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honorit? Honorit, I could have sworn he was... I like that character. I know he's kind of a doof, but, like, he's trying. And I appreciate the fact that he's trying. Search for Honorit. There's the striking dummies. There he is. On a row 8. Oh my god, is he... Did the fucking protesters kill him? Is that how that's pronounced?
No, no. What have they done to you?
Yeah.
Onowa! Onowa!
Okay, he's still alive.
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Jesus.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onowa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a chirurgeon without delay.
Chirurgeon? Pronunciation in some
we
of
were
these.
so close. Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing, and still it falls to pieces. Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
Fuck. Very fancy bird. Excuse me. Somebody's working on combos. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. I know this. But he... That Hellfire. I have no desire to wait for the Lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. Alright, so really quick, let's Yeah. Nice. Let's zippity-doo-dah back, and I'm actually going to be right back. I can feel a headache coming on, so I'm going to go take something before it actually hits. That's better. I always try to get out ahead. Yeah. Of a headache. Because, God, when they hit, you're fucked. Alright. So, heading back over to the boy. Ah, such lovely music. You're expected, miss. Please enter. Actually, we're going to hold for one more second. I need another drink. I made a mistake. Okay. Sorry about that again. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, Umbra. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. I feel bad for this guy, by the way. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that to be taken away. Is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Have we naught to show for our suffering? I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it. Aye. We must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excess. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars of which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur on other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But, as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are all tainted. I don't know. A clear, unambiguous enemy and an undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear. Yet, we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eosian Alliance for joint military exercises, to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I clicked like 3 times there, come on. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies, a united Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life which would stand against a coalition of the other allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment. A victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all sundry that we are strong and as strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true. But if we should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the cream of the 3 nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well. You may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son, Amanelian, take part in the grand melee. By his deeds he has brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. Umbra, would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. He's gonna be trying to avoid us, too. We just punched him in the face. So, that is their solution, a grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely. And will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? will stand by my friends. A poor choice of words. For friends tried and true, then. The living and the lost. So for this grand melee of his, Sir Emmerich wishes to field a force comprising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes. I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go see for myself. Look at that tiny Look at that tiny white mage.
Oh my god.
It's so cute. Okay. Oh, Lucia's here. Alright.
Well met, Umbra. Have you spoken with Sir Emmerich?
I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Emmerich would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the events forthwith. As for the watch... Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. I mean, yeah, that's valid. Whee! I got a big ass sword. Dude, this sword's pretty cool. Alright, so hold on. Yeah, that'll... yeah, it'll be below it. Whee! Ow. Hey, Hilda. Thancred's been telling me... oh wait, she was Scottish. Thancred's been telling me all about Sir Emmerich's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because it ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Well, well. Seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guess. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting, too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, would ya? I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? Thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I'll search the foundation, you search the pillars. Okay. So yet again, we're demonstrating kind of my problem with the endgame stuff. It's like a lot of go here, then 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 go here, and like now maybe a mission, and now go here and go here and go here and go here and go here. Ethernet. Alright, so where in the pillars am I searching? Over in the shopping area. Got it. Dun, 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 dun. Dum, da, da, dum, da, 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 dum. Or no, he's not. Well, he might be. Oh no, yeah, he's probably down here. Whee! Ow. There he is. Alright. Hey, your name? Emmy. I'm gonna call you Emmy from now on. I carried Honoré to the manor. Our best chirurgeons are tending to him as we speak. He is yet to wake, but surely he will. So, Father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family, always making decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just... Oh, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You are free to be the woman you want to be, whereas I am a son of House Fortom. Don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it. Until the old order began to crumble, now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion with faith and conviction. They dedicate themselves to their causes, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it, till your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Henri, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame, but in the end, there was only me. Only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Emmerich, and I will make my own decision. Good for you, Harry. Or, Hammy? Whatever I've decided to call him. I already forgot. Okay. So... I take it we're going back to Sir Emmerich. The Aetheryte Plaza. That's the easiest one. Because I never bothered to really learn the Aetheryte, like, locations, so... I know the one that's pretty central in the pillars and the one that's pretty central in the burrows. And I just... back and forth between those. Oh my god, Imis is here! Hi, Imis. Yeah. This is one of the members of my free company. Wonder what they're doing. The Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what matters demand his personal attention? Oh, there goes my light. I see. Very well. You may enter. So, you'll probably see me rubbing my eyes for a little bit. Right before I get migraines, I get this, like, visual, like, disturbance, and it looks like static on a TV set, just at the edge of my vision. And, so I popped a couple migraine before it got bad, but, I'm definitely probably gonna get something coming.
I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee. Proceed. How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
Emmy, my respect for you has
For
increased.
centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Nice.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You'll take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
It's me.
An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory.
Excuse me, God.
A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side.
Nice.
I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time?
I mean, how can I say no to those beautiful blue eyes?
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
All right. Thancred. Gods help me. I think I might be in love. I dare say it might be cheating, too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tides of most battles. Did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? It was a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotions. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment, I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause. But that would be improper. This is their fight, and yours, not mine. Let us grab the shield. Lucia. Okay, so now we're going... An announcement has been made. The Allied forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, Umbra. We must not fail. A rare opportunity to see you pit yourself against the Allied forces. Outside of Cartano, perhaps. I would not miss this for the world. Demon Brick. Oh my god, it's so cute. Alright, so we're going to the Gates of Judgment. Honestly, the easiest way to get there is this way. I think you can port to the Gates of Judgment, but I'd rather fly. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Hey, Emma.
There she is! I say, when you didn't appear, I began to question... nothing, never mind. To think that we were mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzea's soldiery in battle. That I am mere... But what if... What am I saying? I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of victory, of the glory, of the stories I will tell Honorui when he wakes.
Okay.
I am ready, old girl. Are you?
Yeah, let's do it.
By the Fury, how could I forget? Father bid me present this to you. I know it's sudden, but we believe the men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of House Fort Home into battle. Pray do us this honor.
Attributes and abilities will be unaffected. So I'm going to be glamored. Interesting. Okay. There is the forces of Ulda and Limsa, Laminsa, and Gridania. And I am representing the Ishgardians. Yeah! God, this is actually a really cool moment. And that was an actual tear.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
Yay! This is a very cool story moment. The Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which an allied company of Uldan, Gridanian, and Laminsan forces... Oh, shit. It's capture the flag. When a combatant is incapacitated, the opposing company will be awarded tactical points. The first company to attain the designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared the victor. During the Grand Melee, officiants may mark certain combatants with the Fury's Gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether link, linking them to the company's flag. While defeating most combatants will award you your company 1 tactical point, defeating marked combatants will award you your company 10 tactical points. Marked combatants also possess enhanced attributes, rendering them more powerful and more difficult to defeat. Defending and defeating these combatants is the key to victory.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
Oh, and there's the heads of state.
All is ready then. Very well. Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the Grand Melee begin!
Here we go. This is going to be pretty cool.
Oh, hey, Track! Thank you so much for joining. So glad to have you.
Continue with the melee. I will deal with him. Okay. Deaf sod. You heard the man, back to it. I didn't do the Scottish. All forces, form a line on Umbra, now! I have to fight Raban. Do I actually get to fight Raban? Oh, I do. Well met. I will not lie. I was hoping it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? Damn it all. Oh, please, I got this. You worry about the other bitches. Alright, Raban, let's go! Alright. We're out healing him so far. Get some mana regen going. Make sure I just kind of maintain. Ooh, I don't like how that looks. Oh, golly. Don't know how I survived that. Ow. I'm a little scared to be close to that. That shadow wall. Probably isn't the brightest idea. No, that wasn't the brightest idea. But I survived it. And... game. Nice.
Did she win? Then we...
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard!
We did it! Yeah!
Well fought, my friend. You truly are the warrior of warriors.
Like the fury you were on our side.
God, this music is so nostalgic. You did it, Emmy.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Yeah. I'm glad.
A truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them.
Has her voice changed again?
I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Rauban.
It's true, that was pretty cool. We finally got to see what Rauban could do.
On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
It's thinking.
That made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way.
Yeah.
Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them. Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns.
True.
Make that 2 dozen. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on one at a time. One day at a time. As Menphilia would have done.
Alright. Well, there we go. Excuse me. Thal's balls, I had forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the Blood Sands have I had the privilege. Not since the Bull of Alamigo hung up his swords. Back then the outcome might have been different, but I do not begrudge you your victory. I know how far you've come, how much you have endured. Our fight only confirmed it. We shall have to do this again one day, when the time allows. I shall look forward to it. Now, go. Go to the Ishgardians and celebrate your victory. You have earned it. Come, Pippin. Her Grace is expecting us.
Lead on, Father.
All right. And now we must needs speak with Thancred. Speed up the process a little bit. Oh, Thancred! Said your goodbyes. In all the years I have known Raban, I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to have fallen into place, does it not? The Ishgardians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Eorzean alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud, Umbra. You made this happen. Darwin. I got an emote, too. Victory! And then... we'll probably go with, Hailstorm Rapier. We have done it. Nay, you have done it. You have brought us this victory we so desperately needed. There is naught left but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits us. Okay. Okay, getting right into it. Voiced cutscene? Maybe? I'm gonna guess yes based on that. Need another sippy.
My lord!
All right. Aww.
Honorwa, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
Weird.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
They're gonna go, lady.
It would seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yeah. Except
Yes,
something's going to happen. I guarantee it.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations. Emanuele, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
Alright then.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Stola and the others.
Yes.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
Nice. Very cool. Ugh. Hey, Alfino. They say you dueled General Raubon within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so ostentatious. Would that I could have seen it. After we parted ways in Matoya's cave, I returned here to speak with Tataru. We agreed to tell the others only that our search for Minfilia has reached an impasse. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it best to keep to myself for a time. I am wont to rely on you overmuch when we are together, and I needed to reflect. I still do, I suspect, but matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. So let us make for Falcon's Nest and see if Lord Artoirel has need of our assistance. Okay. And we... Down the light. Ugh. Okay. Come over here to Artoirel. Hey, bud. Well met, Mistress Veeris, and thank you for looking after my brother. They say he fought bravely, and he did not dishonor his house. But you, my lady, to you we owe everything. As you can see, we have made every effort to strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all would be welcome to attend. And so, they came. By the grace of the Fury, they came. The ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there is still much to be done. I would speak with you more, but I must see to my duties. As for you and Master Alfino, you will do naught but enjoy yourselves. Is that clear? If any dare beg your assistance again, I will have words. Nice. Well, there you have it. We have been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait, or have you other matters to attend to before the ceremony begins? Yeah, we'll just wait. Excellent. I only hope Thancred and the others will not be late. Epochal events do not come around very often. Alright. Another voiced cutscene, I bet. Dun 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 dun. Hey, it's Emmy. Oh, and Cryle. I still think Kryle's outfit is the cutest fucking thing ever devised.
The appointed hour approaches.
Here we go. No, I don't want to skip. I was hoping maybe I could turn the voices up.
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
Okay.
Have I ever done otherwise?
The White
how long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearned to see restored.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer. Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me. Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought.
Emmerich's voice actor is so good.
Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
Father and his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
And there's Nidhogg. Yeah, it's Estinian. We can never have nice things.
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thornton? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge!
Great.
Damn you, Nidhogg.
Hells, take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Great.
Death to Nidhogg! 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 Death to Nidhogg!
All right. So that happened. There they go, the last of the gas. Having come hither with their hope in their hearts, they depart with hatred. Blah, blah, blah. Until the moment I saw him strike, I still held some small hope that what you had seen in Azizla was an illusion, perhaps. But he acted without hesitation, as did Sir Emmerich. For a mercy, Vidofnia's wound was not mortal, or so Lucia tells me. The dragon was spirited away to Annex Shrine to receive care from her brethren. We can but hope for her swift recovery. But such was surely Nidhogg's intent, to deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thornton but to his kindred. War is coming, and ye who do not stand with us stand apart. She was an example, a message to her brood, another instrument of his vengeance, like Estinian. Damn. Alright,
When I said I wished to speak with you after the conference, I confessed I envisioned rather happier circumstances. If anything, however, this latest tragedy makes the need more pressing. There are things I must say. Not to the Warrior of Light, or even my fellow Scion, but to you, Umbra, my friend. But not here, no. But of course, the intercessory in Camp Dragon's Head is still open to us. Let us go there. Okay.
I think this guy is going to the same place.
Greetings, madam. Shall I show you inside? Yes. All right.
Oh, there go the lights.
Forgive me. That took longer than expected.
That's okay, Alfino.
You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss. It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I, in our very own falling snows, as Lord Horshvon called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her.
This poor boy.
Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emmerich and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emmerich is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try. We will. I know we will.
Thank you, Umbra. It is unfair of me to unburden myself in this manner, time after time, but I am glad that you permit me nonetheless. You are my true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow Scions will support our stance on Estinian, I have faith that we will win them over in due course, such as the infectious power of hope. Right. That is quite enough solemn introspection for one night. I think we would both benefit from some time in the company of Tataru. She stays for us at Fortem Manor. Let us not keep her waiting any longer. Okay, so now we whip over here. Okay, I need to pee. I'm gonna be right back.
I have returned. Alright. Wait, what the fuck? Alright. To the last vigil. Which would take us here. And then we could go talk to Tataru, our favorite baby sweet girl. I'm also gonna get some new armor, it sounds like. Yet again, we walk an all too familiar path. I am reminded of when we... oh shit. Lost and uncertain, we were granted succor in our hour of need. We were saved. And now, it is our turn to return the favor. Hear, hear. Let no one say that the Scions do not repay their debts. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends? If we stopped looking for Ida and Papalimo, or if we gave up hope of bringing Minfilia back? Though she knew it would cost her dearly, Minfilia reached out to us to deliver a message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of this star, of the rift between Zodiac and Hydaelyn, and of the Ascians' aspirations. But for all that has been revealed, I cannot shake the suspicion that there is much we have yet to learn. I need to adjust my chair. In any event, I think it time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of action. It will not be easy to turn this tragedy into triumph, but we will find a way. We will. We will. Oh, Tataru. I love you. Hellfire Armor! Alright, boys. Let's see what this looks like. And the emote battle stance. Whoop. Going right into another cutscene, okay.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough to fuel a 1000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis, and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still. To the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
Warrior of Darkness. Good on you, Thancred. Keep an eye on those motherfuckers for me. Ow.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars. The future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
Okay. Is Nidhogg achieving, like, nigh on primal status? So that's what's happening? Oh, it's Ida and Papalimo. Caution, Ida. That is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them. Not until we know more. Dun, 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 dun. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling. I need to get rid of some pants. Armory chest. Yeah, jeez. I need to start getting rid of some stuff. Pants. Discard. Place an armory chest. Come over here. Recommended gear. Ooh, baby. That's a good look right there. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Need to get a better look. Look at her, she's so pretty. This armor is super cool too. And it matches my sword. Very cool. I love this bit here, the like bottom bit. Very cool. Ah, Mistress Fieris, it is well that you are here. You are wanted within. I believe Master Alphino wishes a word with you. Okay, so now I need to go back in. Yes. Hello, Alphino. Ah, Umbra, there you are. Have you a moment? There's something which I fain to discuss. I have no idea what that... I must ask you to recall the events which unfolded at the peace conference, though I dare say I would sooner forget them. My mind returns again and again to the moment when Nidhogg appeared before the crowd in the guise of a Stinian. It was a sight to chill the soul, but one which gave me reason to hope that our friend might not be beyond salvation. When you described his fateful transformation at Azizla, I feared him lost forever.
But the mere fact that some semblance of his former self endures must surely count for something. Alas, I have no evidence to support this impression. Thus did I turn to Ishtola and Kryl for a more empirical appraisal, and full well glad that I did, for it would seem they have some observations of their own to share. The ladies have saved us a table at the Forgotten Night. Shall we go? Yes. Excellent. Let us not keep our honored colleagues waiting. Ba-da-dum-dum-dum. Ba-ba-dum-dum-dum-dum. What's the easiest way to get there? This actually might be the easiest way. I also really need to go, like, store some gear. Wrong way. It's been long enough that I went the wrong direction. All right. Whee! Hey, Kryl.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humors.
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us? You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when he took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
When he appeared at Falcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion that the something else I had sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
You mean?
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the Dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
Ah, I found you at last.
Ennui.
A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Anawa.
'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then, Sir Emmerich awaits.
Alphino is allowing his feelings for this Dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he...
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat.
Okay. Oh my gosh, we're going like right into another scene. Okay.
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg. Death to Nidhogg.
Now, before I do that, Innkeep. Okay. I hope Armoire, store an item, inventory, armory chest. Okay, so it appears like you can only put specialty armors in there, which is kind of annoying. But Ishanitas. My dear, I have too many things. So, we're going to... Well, didn't mean to do that, but alright. Didn't mean to do that either. God fucking damn it. Now, if I ever need to pull something out, I can. I'm sure this is riveting. That should be enough. There. Yeah, we're gonna get both of those back, because that was an accidental sell. Complete the venture, reassign. Assign mining levels 1 through 5. And let's have her pick up some bone chips. Quit. See you later, darling. Now we'll exit. On to the next thing, shall we? All right. So we need to go meet with Alphino up here. Excuse me. What news has Sir Emmerich to share with us, I wonder? Okay, and we'll take the casting coffer. And we'll Accept the next job. Might Sir Emmerich perchance have received word of a Dravanian advance? Or mayhap they have located its... That is to say, mayhap Nidhogg has been found. Come, I would hear what the Lord Commander has to say. Alright. Checking our time. We're doing pretty good still. It's almost 5.
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
You speak of Hraesvelga?
I do. To whom else could we turn?
That he is Nidhogg's equal I do not deny, nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinian's report was most particular about Hraesvelga's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Somal, and if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard. Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
We will, my lord, though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then, we will depart at your leisure.
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
It grieves me to impose upon you in this manner, but you of all people understand the threat we now face. It is no imposition, Sir Emmerich. To Umbra and I, Ishgard is as a second home. After the many battles we have fought and the bonds we have forged, the plight of your nation has become our own. If there is aught that we can do to aid in its salvation, then pray impose all you must. You are true friends. Shall we be about our task, then? We have no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike, but we must assume that time is not our ally. Indeed. With that in mind, I have taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mistress Tataru that you will be escorting me to Som Al. I confess I did not provide the exact details of our destination, as they are yet unknown to me. We will summon Hraesvelgar at Zenith, in the Churning Mists. Ere we begin our ascent, however, I think it best that we pay a visit to Annex Shrine. You seek an advantage in the coming negotiations. I do. I would consult with Vidofnir. I propose in this in part about out of concern for her condition. Were she to succumb to her wounds, it would have grave consequences on our alliance. That apart, she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. Well reasoned. To the Dravenian Forelands, then. Nod. And then after it loads, and now we go here, and then we go here, and then we go whoop, and then we go here, and then we go yes. So I'm guessing I'm about 66% complete with the MSQ stuff right now. Ah, shit, they're upstairs, aren't they? Alright, okay, so it just tells you what, like, their basic movement is? Alrighty. Come on, Midgard Soma. We have some peeps to meet with. Alright, Vidofnir, hello. Ah, 'tis the warrior of warriors and her companions. What bringeth you to mine abode? Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Vidofnir. I hope your wound does not pay you overmuch. Didst thou imagine me close to death? The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Full glad I am to hear it. You were the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty of protection. On behalf of Ishgard, I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown, and thou thought to protect me, mortal. I was tempted by the fires of battle ere thy grandsire learned to crawl. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I called friend, some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to that era of peace, when men and dragon knew such companionship. Would that our every effort to do so were not undone by ancient rancor. For a truth there can be no peace while Nidhogg's shade yet lingereth. That much is plain. Oh, that much is plain, yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for Som Al, to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Folly. Thou knowest as well as I how he will answer. Hraesvelgar's heart remains unchanged then. A pity. But, if it is folly to hope, I am content to die a fool. As hath ever been the way with thy kind. Go then, but be warned. The Shade's presence hath driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Vidofnir. We shall disturb your rest no longer. That one. No, wait, no, that one. I'm probably gonna stop soon, just because my eyes are starting to get a little tired. Eager to press on. Though I expect no better answer from Vidofnir, I take little pleasure from having been proven right. It would seem that our presence at Zenith will be every bit as unwelcome as I had anticipated. But what is the ire of one great worm to a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After you, Master Alfino. Scout ahead if you wish, Umbra. We shall join you outside Mogholm. Alright. I'm probably going to get to Mogholm and then I'm probably going to call it. Just because I'm getting tired and it's getting close to my dinner time. And it's still been like a fucking crazy long stream, so. I was hoping I could get one more level out, but I guess not. Alright, so yeah, guys, we are going to call it here. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to check out the VOD channel if you missed most of the stream today. And don't forget to check out Awesome Quest, where me and my friend Ted play video games, and we're bad at them. And last but not least, don't forget to check out Instagram.com/ScammyChan, who did all of these little funny me's, these little funny guys over here. And thank you guys again so much for joining, and I will see you in the next one. Specifically tomorrow. Bye!